Hello, my name is Shen, and today I will be talking about the thing that's changing everything. Today, when people think of things that are common, they think of water, air, trees, that kind of stuff. But one of these crucial things, sand, is rarely thought of. Sand is an important thing on this list because of many reasons. It's actually common, making up 90% of all land on the world, including sand that's underwater. It's used to make many things that not only shape our world, but changes who we are. Look around you. Basically everything around you contains some material that's found in sand, from the clothes you're wearing to the metal support that's holding up this whole building. It's so neat, in fact, that many people in India, Australia, the United States of America, and especially in the Bahamas and the Middle East, will do anything to get those precious grains of sand, from disobeying the law to murder. And don't even get started on beaches. If the beach allows companies to mine sand, there will be at least 10 of those huge machines sucking up sand to ship to companies. This graph shows which countries mine or export the most sand, e.g. USA, and which countries buy or import the most sand, e.g. Singapore. Indirectly, this shows which countries have the most sand and which have the least. This is important to show the countries' use of sand in their lives. In the USA and in Singapore, they use a lot of sand. They make that sand into other important things that people use daily, from concrete to glass. Sand is one of the most important natural resources out there. It contains many elements that are central to many things. There's concrete, asphalt, metal rebar, computer chips, cracking methods, chemical paint, coarse sand, ceramics, recreational sand, filter sand, and metal casting. This is just a small percentage of what sand can be made into. The main product of sand is concrete. People use concrete for foundations of basically every building today, from skyscrapers to a small shed. To make concrete, you'll need sand. And even though you can replace sand with gravel, it's less effective. And obviously, sand is more common, so it's cheaper. Each new house uses 17 tons of sand for concrete, just for the foundation. Every single day, 8.5 million tons of concrete is used to make these buildings. Moving on, we see that another common used material is glass. Glass is also a major thing in the industry because it's made into bottles, window panes, computer screens, etc. For every person, 70 pounds of glass are made each year. Next, computer chips. These small chips run basically everything in your computer, and they depend on silica sand, which is a type of pure sand. Companies make sand very pure, to about 99.96% sand, and then incorporate it into the tiny chip that's put in the rest of your computer. In 2017, 423.1 million PCs were sold worldwide, and each computer had 1 to 2 chips in it. That's a lot of sand. But yet, this amount is insignificant to the amount of sand used by concrete and glass. And not to mention hundreds of other products, ranging from aggregate to asphalt, which all add up to a gigantic amount of sand used each year. And where does all this sand come from? It comes from sand miners. They mine sand, basically, and sell it to companies. Heck, even Bill Gates did this at his first job. It's easy to make money when mining sand because many companies need it. So to get their hands on some sand, some people do it even if the government doesn't allow it. It's called illegal sand mining. What is sand mining? This is sand mining. And illegal sand mining, obviously, is illegal. It happens mostly in China, India, Singapore, and the UAE. It happens on beaches, on farmland. Basically, anywhere there's sand, there is or will be a mine. People use these mines will do anything to get their hands on some sand. And they want it fast, because 75 to 90% of all the world's natural sand beaches are slowly disappearing. For instance, we can look at a group in India. They've been illegally taking sand from and near the village of Rapur Kadar for years, seizing it in 2012. They killed a leading person who wanted their mine to be shut down. They bribed many police officers and officials, and when they were actually caught, they quickly used bails to get out. Obviously, they have a lot of money, and use it to solve most of their problems. All over India, small villages are suffering from illegal sand miners. Since 2014, illegal Indian sand miners have killed over 70 people, including government officials, journalists, and police officers. And it's not only India. Almost every country on the earth has been mined for sand. Illegal sand mining is not the only thing people are dealing with. Beaches are being robbed of their sand. What's a beach without sand? Take a look at this picture. What if your local beach looked like this? Beaches already have erosion, which is supposed to be replenished with other grains from the ocean. But so many boats have been stationed near the beaches that they cut off the supply of sand going inward. To combat this, people are taking seafloor sand and putting it on beaches. But this sand is not infinite, so it will run out. The problem with beaches is worse with sand mining. People are cutting off river supply with their dams, which is needed to extract sand. In some places, sand mining is actually legal. In California, many machines were sucking up from sand from beaches. Recently, though, they were shut down because of concerns about shoreline erosion. In many other countries, the same thing is happening. Sand is being sucked up to make these tourist hotels and other things. But the very thing that makes tourists go there is being lost with the new construction of these buildings. And with them being lost, some companies are hiring professional beach builders who artificially build beaches with grain inland or from other beaches. This is not only happening in Florida, not only happening in the USA. All over the world, beaches are being eroded and sucked up. And in all, beach sand is being used more than ever. People are using tons of sand to build what they want, from concrete to paint to glass. The world's usable sand is declining at an alarming rate. Today, sand is very common, but in the future, sand could become scarce. There will be more murder, pillaging, and bribing for sand. So many people are taking action. You can too. Maybe do something big, like joining a group that fights against sand mining, such as the EDF or the EPA. Or do something small, just like telling your friend over there. Think about it. What can you do to reduce sand usage? Thank you.